Hello, welcome to Monday.
I'm so sorry.
We're already starting sillies. Yeah. Welcome to Rules of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. We have a full cast of characters here today, including a baby. So it's gonna be awesome. There are already 10 of you guys here. I'm pumped. If you can't tell, it's Monday, but it's okay. It's fine. We're playing D&D. Wow, there's so many people here. I'm really excited. Anyway, um, as you can see, there's one more player on the screen. Say hello to Catherine. Woo!
Woo, woo.
I know we can't hear you, but sound off in the comments. So we are going to meet up with Catherine's character on this stream. So we're not going to really tell you that much because in terms of our characters, we don't know that much. But yeah, last time we saw our heroes. Who wants to fill us in? I could keep rambling, it's fine.
I really appreciate the ramble.
You're
I think you
very good
should
at
keep
it.
rambling.
Last time on Vampire. I mean, just kidding. That will never get old for me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
wrong.
You're not wrong.
Wait, which one of you is keeping
Elias
a
is gonna
diary?
tell us. Wouldn't you like
Me,
to?
100%.
Yeah, it's definitely Atreus in one of his many books in Mina's purse is his
From
diary.
tearing
She just doesn't know it
tearing
yet.
out the erotic pages. That's where he writes
She
his
just
diaries.
doesn't realize that she has his diary in her bag.
I think he's making his own erotic diary, but
Yeah, so the last time you all saw us, we had just finished up in the secret tunnels of the lighthouse or whatever. Yes, I see everyone's singing. Good job. I'm very proud of you. It was muted singing, but it was cute. And then we decided we did not want to go after the tarot cards of fate. We were just like, no, screw that. Nobody deserves to have those. And they were like, close this place up. So, but what happened though is in the secret tunnels, Akir and Mina both got aged a little bit. Akir more so because his lifespan is much shorter. He had a panic attack, flew away, went to the temples, and was like, how do we, buy some youth cream and reverse time? And they're like, well, I really need diamond dust. And because he was in full mode panic attack, he's just like, I'm going to go buy it. Went to the store, bought diamond dust, came back, had the hocus pocus abracadabra, turned back time. Mina rolls up, was just like, I've got like a single wrinkle here, but also we own a plethora of diamonds here. It was fine. Turned by time. We were good. So then after that, we were like...
Torkel is just standing there the whole time like, where the hell do you guys get this money?
Well, and then I just ground the diamond all the way down because I had a very funny nat one.
Yeah.
We're lucky the diamond didn't go shooting across the ground, never to be seen again, if we're being honest.
you're welcome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that was like the video I made this week. It's like, why did you do that? That was that nat one. King Norgalis is here. Hello. Sorry, I get distracted. And then we decided, you know what? It's time for us to leave Nichols and whatever, because Atreus' mission is going to take us to go fight undeads. And Ingo said there's an island full of undeads, so we're going to do that first as undead target practice. So we set sail. During this time frame, everyone is practicing new skills, making themselves the best warriors they can be. In the midst of this, Mina's having a mental breakdown because Atreus is back, but it's all about his mission, and she's still reconciling the fact that he was yoinked away.
Sorry, it was kind of sad. Mina had this whole meltdown about Atreus being gone, and meanwhile Atreus just had soul searching moments and wasn't deeply traumatized. So Mina's out there killing shit, and Atreus is just I've been chosen by God. Ah, okay. So
yes,
they had very different experiences.
Had this whole coming of age pretty much, and he's just like, I'm old, been there, done that.
That happened to me 100 years ago.
It was very hard for her, and she chose solitude instead of talking about it, as one does. But eventually, the week went by, the emotions cleared, and she chose to talk about it. They worked it out, which is good. But I feel like she has some unresolved issues within herself because then they decided to spar, and Mina kicked his ass.
Yeah.
In
Very
which
badly.
he needed a short rest to recover from said sparring session.
Got me all the way down past half health. It was, yeah.
I kid you not, when I was rolling those crits, I was just like, oh no.
Listen.
Because it was like crit after crit after crit, and I was like, oh, Nikes, I could actually kill him right here, right now.
Yeah. Why don't you take off your armor and try again, bitch?
So that made her feel better.
I'm not sure we should be solving marital problems with
Someone else's spouse.
Yeah.
Are you sure, honey?
Don't vampiric bite your spouse mid-argument.
Are you sure?
That might work,
Are you
but
sure?
that might not work.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah, Torkel found that very awkward and
That
immediately
might
dismissed himself
But
from the
it
scene.
might not work.
Yeah.
So be careful out there, kids. It's really
Marriage is a workout.
talk to your spouse is what we're advocating for.
There we go.
Communication.
Communication is key.
What happened next,
Yeah,
Mina?
These are newlyweds. Not forget that these are newlyweds. They've been married a week.
It's true.
So then
Technically 8 days, I know, because the protection magic
and
wore off.
snowboard Yeah. Sorry. All right. So then they land on the shores of this island, and start investigating. And my memory is a little fuzzy about all the details of what happened, but there was a skeletal battle. Someone else take over because I'm blanking.
We're on this island. There's lots of sand dunes. We're trying to get to the center of the island. Akir flew over and saw that there is none of this mist towards the center of the island, I think. Correct? But throughout all the dunes and such, there is the mist, which we know comes from these portals that tend to drag surrounding areas into a domain of dread. So yeah, we know that there's lots of skeletons throughout the dunes. We also know from previous encounters that there are supposedly pirates in the area. But yeah, so we have seen a boat. We have not seen the people on the boat. We saw a rowboat. We saw a rowboat. A little boat. And yeah, so we're wandering throughout the dunes. We see an approaching group of peoples. Yes. And so we decided no time like the present to erect a massive fort. So that's what we did.
We defeated a
Suddenly fort.
skeletal tornado.
Yeah, we did a skeleton.
Yeah, there were a lot of
It
bones.
was a
was like a
skeleton juggernaut,
Power
as well as
Ranger
like
moment.
35 skeletons, or I guess like 7 skeletal swarms, something like that.
Yeah, something.
There was some
And the group
mid-fighting
absolutely clobbered
teasing,
it.
which was my favorite.
Yeah.
I love mid-fighting teasing. It makes me giggle.
Ye olde banter.
Especially after there's teasing and then a really good roll to justify the teasing.
Oh yeah, it was some good rolls all around. Everybody did hella damage, and now
And almost everyone forgot their bardic inspiration.
I didn't do jack that entire time.
DM did very little.
We didn't need our bardic inspiration.
Akira-
I didn't even use second wind or nothing.
Akira
This
did,
is why I was looking for that short rest so I could get my inspiration that was unused back.
Akira did 81 points of damage in a single round.
Yeah.
It was wild.
We
Yeah.
don't talk
Great.
about the amount of damage a cure can do in a single round. It's
'Cause
just so
You don't
much.
have to. I'll do all the talking about it.
It's very simple. He did all that damage and it still didn't kill the thing, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
He
It only
needs
matters
us.
that Mina got the last hit.
Yep.
That was my favorite though, where he's just like, I think I did most of that work, and she's like, how about those 200 Shahaugen? Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
We're all getting really competitive with our killing, and
Very
this is concerning because that's one step away from murder hobo.
Well, you have this beautiful opportunity to decide whether or not you're going to be murder hobos, because from your large erect tower, where Akir and Torkel are right on top, they are watching
I'm
this
12.
approaching this approaching warband of about 20 people. They're finally close enough. They're probably not quite bow range, but you can definitely shout at them. And you can tell there's a leader, and he has this gleaming golden amulet. A little bit older than the rest, but doesn't look old enough to really be a prominent leader in whatever is going on here. There's a bunch of people that follow him, including 4 Saltmarsh mercenaries. You've seen their garb in the Empty Nest before. Maybe or maybe not met these guys in particular, but you know that these types of people are for hire in Saltmarsh.
Do they look like the people that were gonna hire that Gina hired?
You're not sure. But it very well could be.
Instantly suspicious.
You see a half-orc with a spear and a shield and a grumpier than usual for half-orc face. Somehow, over like 1,000 feet away, you can see his grumpiness.
So they look like more like Empty Nest mercenaries, not like Mariners Guild mercenaries.
Correct.
The sketchier side. Not necessarily bad, but sketchy.
Right. You see about nearer to the front, this... You want to call them a druid, but it's blue hair. And they have a way about them that no one is going near them, and everyone is showing respect and a little bit of fear. Just a little bit of fear. And then the train continues on as you see people in robes, people in armor. It's really this odd hodgepodge and mismatch of people. And they're all heading your way.
Should we yell at them? Like, if anyone's going to yell at them, you have to use like a French accent.
That's correct. Who's got the best French accent?
I mean, I
We'll
speak
go with
French.
not I.
Therefore, it's either that or like, the Bronx. Wait, where you going?
No,
what you doing
Akir's
over
on the
there?
top of the tower, so he'll probably yell to them first. So he's just gonna
Here's
yell.
the voice of the group.
He is. He really is. He's just gonna yell down to them. Who goes there?
Your mother was... No. Not your mother was a hamster, your father.
Yeah. Torkel and Akira are both up there. We can do this like good cop, bad cop routine.
Oh, perfect.
And then we're just like listening.
And action. I want to see good cop, bad cop here.
I go.
Yeah, but which one of you is good and which one is bad?
That's the fun of finding out.
He has intimidation. I have persuasion.
I mean, technically, our intimidation score is the same right now. That'll change, in higher levels when proficiency bonuses kick in. But for now, they're the same because of your charisma.
Ta-da!
Friends. My name is Kai, and I am escorting this group of acolytes who are seeking a way off the island.
How did
What
you
she said.
How did you get here? We were told this island was infested with undead.
Oh, it most certainly is. Of that, I'm positive. Had a bit of a skirmish with some ways back. Did you know that that skeleton horses weigh as much as a normal horse? Because I didn't.
I'm not sure I want to know how you found that out.
So you just accidentally came to this super obviously haunted island that only has one entrance, and you're trying to figure out how to
A lot
leave?
more people here than undead.
Oh, no. Ingo sent me here specifically to try and get rid of the undead.
Oh,
These particular individuals are seeking a way off the island.
Not all of us, just a few of us.
But you all came with me.
We have to get through the dunes.
Why are you staying on this island?
It's our sacred island.
Sacred Island.
Hold on now. You just when we were back.
Can I insight
at
check Ozzy or whoever
your
this
temple.
is?
Absolutely.
Whoever this
I've
gold
got
necklace dude is?
A lot more people on this island than I expected.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna be
Oh,
I'm gonna be
shit.
insight checking both the druid and the leader because they seem to be two separate parties. Do I need two separate rolls for that?
No, you can just drop your 20. Cat, you can decide what he gets, what kind of vibe he gets from you. Just from Kai's reaction, you can immediately tell that this leader has already lied at least once. Yeah.
Sus.
And you can tell that I am fed up with this dude and very uncomfortable.
Oh.
Blink twice if you need help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was obvious.
So you killed skeletons on horses. I'm assuming you all killed the tornado, right?
Yes.
So there's probably not much left between here and freedom.
Oh, no, there's a lot left because there's this mist, and that will bring everything we just destroyed running back to you very quickly unless we destroy the portal. So,
I don't know what portal you're talking about.
I don't either.
I mean, you can leave if you want. We'll let you go.
Fantastic. And he kind of looks around and starts counting off some of the group, and it's very obvious he is skipping all 4 of the mercenaries as well as Kai. So we'll just, this looks like about 8. We should be fine. The other 7 will stay behind, and we'll be back very soon to help rebuild our abbey.
How
sure you will.
precisely do you plan to get off this
Very
island?
well.
Our wonderful friend Kai has offered their 2 boats.
No, technically I offered one of the boats.
You said there were 2 boats.
I said there were 2 boats. I did not actually offer you either of them. I will offer you my rowboat.
Where exactly are you going away from
Saltmarsh.
Saltmarsh?
We need to restock. I need to repair the pillars, repair the walls, make sure that this never happens again. Yes.
This guy's like obviously got something in his pockets that he's trying to steal out of here. I absolutely don't believe he's a priest or has any acolytes or anything. He's trying to steal something from here. Somebody check his pockets.
Are any of you guys in a location that I can pull one of you aside?
I mean, we're all in the
No, we're in a
tower.
very tall
We're not
tower.
leaving the tower right now.
Cool.
Oh, but you know what? If you hand signal me enough, I can talk to you with my brain.
But you have no
Blink
reason to
twice if
trust
you
me.
need help.
Blink twice if you need help.
But you have no reason to trust me.
Could I?
No, but I can see that you look super fed up with this dude.
If you bring us a shrubbery, you can talk to us.
So
He turns around and snaps his fingers. One of the acolytes from the back that's carrying about 7 bags brings him forward, hands over one, and he reaches in all the way down to his elbow and pulls out a small shrubbery.
a what?
Seriously?
Okay.
Is it
What do you think?
Ask
animated
for a
shrubbery?
shrubbery.
What?
Oh wait,
All-
this
all-
is a
all
living
right.
one. Sorry.
We can talk.
Puts it back. Pulls out this. It looks like the same shrubbery, except it has berries on it.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we can begin negotiations.
So the shrubbery for your second boat. Yes, this works.
That's
Our
not what
boat
I
is
said at
not
all.
available.
Okay, the shrubbery for your protection to your boat.
As far as we are concerned, we are here to clear this island of undead. What you do and
The
why
undead
you
are
are
mostly
here
that way.
is
So-
not our concern.
Look, you can help us clear the undead, and then we'll make sure you have safe passage to your boat.
The
How's that
rowboat.
sound?
We're,
The rowboat.
we're going to go.
Godspeed. Godspeed. Good luck.
Can we check
I-
their bags before they go? I'm
We
very
only have 4.
very suspicious of these people because there shouldn't be people here.
So many.
This is our island. There's.
So many people.
How could there not be people here?
Because we were told it was abandoned.
It's not abandoned. We were assaulted by those double-crossing, backstabbing pirates.
Where did the pirates go?
Wait, who told you it was abandoned?
Ingo.
I feel like I remember that from Ingo, but we also
I
got
was
very drunk
Very
that day.
tipsy. Very tipsy by that point.
By that point,
Um,
yeah.
Tell me,
I'm-
where did these pirates go?
I left.
After they came and murdered all of us, save the few of us who hid in the cellar, they left. They burned down our abbey, and they fled back through the dunes. So
Listen, Ozzy,
And-
it is entirely clear to all of us, and it has been, at least to me, for the last 2 hours, in which you almost locked me in your cellar, and in which you definitely were planning to kill me.
never.
Yes.
Probably not.
Come on. Thank you.
Killing was not definitely on the table.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
You came
It
into my abbey. What if you assaulted me? It would only be fair
that
to
was
kill you
only
in
on the
self-defense.
table. It was only on the
On the
table
table.
because you locked me in a cellar.
Tell me this, Abby.
With
Tell,
only one
tell me this,
escape route.
Ozzy. Do you know Ingo, and who is your god if this is your temple?
I have no idea who Ingo is.
Apparently, he also doesn't know Major Ursa.
And your god?
My god is my own.
Okay, but you also just cried out the name of a god 5 minutes ago, Ozzy.
Fine. But many people do not find my deity to be... How do you say this?
Living.
Well, that's also...
Say it with words.
As benevolent as most people would like. They want a happy god. They want one who brings rain. They want one who makes flowers grow or fills them with whatever.
Yeah, they don't want one who uses undead to protect a treasure, do they?
And the name would be?
Percival.
Do we know this name?
See, You don't know this name. You don't care
Do
if my
I
god.
know this name?
Roll a history checks.
Yeah.
Or
Don't
history
tell
or
us how we
religion.
know. I might know this now because you
Wait,
know
that's
it's not a
not-
0 anymore.
That's not D&D Beyond. Wait a second. Hang on. Work with me here, Eliza. We
Does
gotta
an
roll
11 get me anything?
No, it's
We're going to roll a... What am I doing?
religion.
Either history or religion.
Oh, damn it.
That's
Those
the
are both the
15
low
on
ones.
On my end.
A 6. I'm highly suspicious. I don't know anything for sure, but I definitely think this guy, whoever this god is enemies with Eucidium. And I must...
Sounds
yeah,
about
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And me, 1 point higher than you, agrees.
Yeah. Eliza
Torkel.
agrees too.
agrees.
Did neither of you get proficiency with history?
Nope. I chose Arcana. I almost did history. Remember, we had a conversation about it where I was like,
Yep,
history.
yep.
But I feel like Arcana would be more important here. And you said, okay.
Okay. That's
I
right.
was bamboozled.
I do, but that was still a 4.
That was still a 4. So
Meanwhile,
do
I have
that.
heard a lot of stories.
That's a story.
one of the most
You read it in the
interesting
book?
stories that Torkel remembers is as Atreus was going over some of the different things that he had read and some of the various scrolls that obviously he's just forgotten at this point. Too much information. Just
overload.
info dumped one night on you and talked about
Sounds about right.
the
Atreus has undiagnosed ADHD. It's great.
talked about this big boss of his, who we wouldn't mention by name, but he called the Crimson Eclipse. But then also mentioned another 4 or 5 of these super bad, crazy, evil, basically demigods. They're worse than any regular mortal being, but they're not immortal gods. And one of them was indeed Percival.
Okay, so I'm getting crazy demigod vibes from your deity, which is all in all a bad thing.
Yeah.
Atreus, so let's ring any bells. Like, you told me about this one night. Like, you know, you were probably
Yeah,
drunk.
no,
I was probably
I
drunk,
definitely-
but like a steel
I
trap.
definitely remember this. This was a conversation we had.
Okay.
And I totally know everything there is to know about this guy.
So,
Yes,
Ozzy,
the one known
Nina, can I
as
have
the
bag
Shrouded Eclipse.
with the books?
where does this mist come
Yeah.
from?
The mist is not from Herr Civil. The mist, well, that I'm aware of, the mist is new. We have been serving in this island. We have been, worshipping here for 10, 20 years. My elders all died in the raid from those those
Pirates. Yeah, got it.
Yes,
And when did that happen again?
just a few weeks ago. We've been
Just a few weeks
scavenging.
ago. You've been just starving here for a couple of weeks, huh?
Well, Herr Civil has given me the power to at least purify the water, and we have meager food that grows here, living off of potatoes and small vegetables.
you
Potatoes.
did pull
in the
shrubbery out of your
desert.
pocket, so
Desert potatoes? I'm very confused.
this is seeming like a bad place to set up.
Yeah.
It was a
no,
very
this-
wonderful
it is a
place
little
to set up because
strange.
no one would bother us, and the skeletons would guard the dunes, and they're the only way through. And it's been like that
Seems
forever.
like that worked out.
It did work out until somehow those pirates found a path through the dunes that allowed them entry and allowed them to march on our abbey and betray years of trust and cooperation.
Okay, well, here's the deal. We're gonna kill everything here. Like everything undead here. We're gonna re-kill. We're going to
are
re-kill
Learning so fast.
everything
Rickle.
here. So you can join us, or you can help out, or you can just like good luck getting through the mist, hope for the best. You're not allowed to have any of our boats.
Well, we have
If
the
you
one-
do, we will know. We will find you.
we've been promised the one boat for the shrubbery.
It's not.
This is
It's
not
not
your
my
boat.
boat. It's her boat. It's their boat. It's their call. I don't care about their boat.
Fantastic. Then we will be on our way.
Take the boat. Take the rope.
Have the best of times. If
I might recommend that all of you, in fact, leave in the rowboat rather than just the 8 of you, considering we appear to both be here on the same mission to clear the island of the undead, and I do, in fact, think that we are both going to accomplish that mission.
Okay.
this is
So
We have a baby. Just kidding.
before you go, I am pulling a piece of paper out of my pocket. There a secret path through these dunes that we should be aware of. Draw it here.
I do not know how to get through the dunes. I've never needed to go through the dunes.
All right. Well, good luck then.
How did you trade with the
And-
pirates? If they did not know the way through the dunes, nor did you.
Our superiors, we had
Who are
3
dead.
who are now all dead.
Mhm.
May or may not currently guard things. Were the ones I am the eldest of our clan, and now I am in charge.
What
Rewind.
things are they guarding?
You were down there. We have statues and other things that we have traded for over the years. The goods that we would trade food with the pirates.
Where did the skeletons come
Is
from if the mist is new?
everything-
The skeletons were from Hercival. The skeletons have been here for as long as the Abbey.
So the skeletons, as best you can tell, are not related to the mist.
Could you
No, but it
take
does
us?
make them come back. It's very, very fantastic.
Yeah, great. Could you take us to the Abbey? Maybe if you take us to the Abbey so that we can figure whatever is happening out.
Sure. The 8 of us
I can
are going
take
to
you.
leave,
No, why?
and those 7 will gladly take you to the Abbey to make sure you do not hallow our desecrated grounds. Okay? Fabulous.
I highly recommend that you all leave.
We cannot do this. This is sacred to us. We would never leave this island. It would be an offense to our god. It would be an offense to our order.
Your god
Um,
is an offense to my god. So
Technically, your god's a demigod.
your
so-
god sounds like an asshole, honestly. So,
Yes, that we do not. Again, this is not flowers or giant parties. This is eternal life.
no, it's eternal death. It's the absence of the soul. It's okay.
No, not how liches work.
Well, and
Ah,
hold on.
that's
Isn't
not
it
that-
actually not?
Akira, can we kill them? Can we have
Ooh, we are feeling
Is it-
murdery, huh?
Angry baby.
angry? Can we?
Oh, Eliza.
Eliza
agrees.
agrees.
Very
This
upsetting.
is my sword, Eliza, and she
Night
agrees.
Render is screaming for their death.
Very-
Night Render is
Ready.
screaming that these people in their false religion have to die. So
We're
I
all
am
on the
not
same page here.
generally one for murdering due to religious differences. However,
Ooh, there's a however.
you mentioned before the possibility of murdering your visitors. Is this something you do frequently?
We don't generally have visitors.
What
Do
he
you
means
see the
is that they
dudes?
usually get murdered before they get to him, is what he's trying to
Most
say.
of our visitors feed the dunes.
Yeah, that sounded like murder.
Nope.
It's like a
not-
really nice way of saying murder.
It's manslaughter,
Murder.
really.
If you
Accessory to
Feed the
murder.
walk into a place infested with death, and death gets you, this is your own choice, I believe.
Why would you be
All
in
of you came here expecting to fight undead. If one of you were to die against the undead, would you not expect this to be the logical outcome? I would think so. We're going to go now. We will be back in probably a week or so with supplies.
Here's a suggestion for you. Why don't all of you leave? And in a week or so, when you come back, if your demigod is such a true god, they will have reanimated all of their skeletons after we totally obliterate them to pieces. Deal?
Almost. What if one of my people stays behind? Just to see, just to watch.
All right, but I'm not babysitting him.
Yeah, I think
He's
that's
welcome to
agreeable.
watch.
Very well.
And,
At their own risk.
oh yes.
They understand our mission here, and if they
Living.
Get in the way.
Look, we all have heartbeats. You're here to kill undead. None of us are undead. No reason for you to kill any one of us.
For now.
Please leave.
Which one of you is staying?
They all do. And
Yeah, you said they
So
would
eager
happily
to
stay
leave, I
behind.
see.
You have to.
Time-honored tradition.
you suddenly realize that poor Francis had his hands full still and is kind of reaching and doesn't quite make the nose.
Francis.
I will stay. I will stay.
Very good, Francis. I will keep you safe.
Thank you.
And Kai sort of sidles up to Francis, and Kai likes Francis.
Francis isn't that bad. They just got in way over their
Akira
heads.
takes note of this interaction.
Exactly.
With his crazy passive perception.
Oh, I'm very excited about your passive perception.
Mine?
Yeah, and what's to
Oh
come.
gosh. Akira definitely
dear.
has his shield on
Yeah.
right now.
That's
so
not horrifying.
Yeah.
All right, are we saying see ya to Ozzy Grumpy McGrumpface?
Bye.
Get out of here, buddy.
And
You
Alright.
made Torquil
Hope you find your
grumpy,
dad.
and that's
then
not a good
Akira's,
place to be.
Akira's gonna tell the
Don't
party
try to
in the
trap people
tower
underground.
that he'll meet them down there, and he just kind of like hops off the edge and floats down to Kai, because the salt marsh people seem more trustworthy so far. Could be a mistake. We'll
And
see.
Kai is just down there grumping and pacing back and forth and just muttering to themselves like this. Ozzy and
Grumpy grump.
Grump.
Oh, it's gonna take the rest of us like a little bit
Yeah.
longer to get downstairs.
So, what you missed, Amelia, is Akira's jumping down from the tower. The acolytes are leaving one person behind, and the rest of them are going through the dunes. And then we're going to work with Kai's group to clear the undead, I suppose.
And a person named Francis.
Francis.
Who may not be bad.
We don't know.
I mean, what's alignment,
So-
really?
Time will
Just
tell.
guidelines.
Akira tries to follow them.
so
Yeah, I said it's like 5 minutes ago. I was like, I'm gonna kill this.
He said no.
so Kira's down on the ground, right?
You need to.
So
We're heading down the stairs.
Kai is walking over to Akira and is like, "Listen, your boat's large. I'm assuming there's space for us to head back to work someplace Preferably salt marsh with you.
If need be.
Are you confident in its staying power, that these people aren't going to boat jacket?
We've got a good crew.
We have a were-jackal.
I think they can take down a bunch of mostly starved. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what they were?
What all these people were?
Because we were not expecting anyone to be here.
I was aware that the Abbey may still have been inhabited. But to my knowledge, I was not aware that it was inhabited to this extent. And I was not aware that they were of a sect that
Caused the undead?
uses the undead. I don't know if they cause it so much as they use it. I'm very unclear on that particular point.
I suppose.
And I did a really good job.
I suppose it's syntactical then, whether they cause or use if they worship the god who does. Regardless, we will end it. I'm assuming you've seen this abbey.
There also may. I have. I can take you there. It's quite an easy walk from here, maybe an hour or so. There also is probably significant treasure there.
There's
I do
probably
like
that's
treasure.
that's probably where the portal is as well.
You speak of a portal. What is this?
I'm going to let somebody else explain that.
So we've encountered some portals recently as sources of the darkness that bring undead back. There was one closer to the where the lizard folk are that brought back this massive undead crocodile creature, and the darkness was only expunged from the area once we got rid of the portal. So we're assuming that that was probably what's happening here, and he's kind of charged to get rid of those. So we hope.
Interesting. The abbey is well, the remains of the abbey at this point. It's just a cellar, if we're going to be honest here. But it is surrounded by a protection ward. Oh, and did anybody roams the middle of this island? Some kind of creature? And it comes out in the middle of the day?
That seems like new information. Anybody? No?
I think
New to me.
we
Sounds
only
new.
knew
Here?
there were undead. So you seem to have a bit more to go on than we did. He kind of gives an accusatory look towards Mina and Atreus.
Well, I haven't seen the creature. I'm assuming it's a creature. I was just warned that something roams the island. And, I mean, for all I know, it might be the acolytes. Sorry, Francis. I don't think you're actually that bad.
Francis, do you know of this thing that roams?
It's probably just us. I think we're the only thing here. Since the pirate attacks, we don't go out at night. And we've been trying to sneak during the day. But you caught us sneaking to get the water. We sneaked to try and get the potatoes and things.
What do you know
So,
of
I
this
guess
spell that
I
might be
would like-
protecting the abbey?
Oh, Ozzy said it. It's a desecration spell.
Oh, what?
The good gods hallow places. It prevents undead, it prevents other things, and it usually offers some sort of blessing. For us, it's the opposite of that. We have a desecration. It allows us to create, I guess, to draw to the area the stronger undead. To this is all sounding really bad.
Yes.
It's not bad. It's not that bad.
Well,
It's not that
I
bad.
am not sorry to tell you that we will be ending that spell.
I'm not. I don't know how you would. It's basically what seems to be keeping the mist at bay.
Well, both the mist and that spell will need to end for our mission to be
It's gonna
complete.
really gonna be thorough.
It's all about order of operations.
One moment here, folks. If the spell is what allows them to draw undead to them, why would it keep the mist at bay?
I don't know.
Oh, Francis.
I will
Also-
say that the mist, as we've experienced it, is very different magic than a form of desecration. So it is likely they're not compatible with each other. But it could be one of the reasons the mist was brought here in the first place.
Rob, would I know if a desecration spell is different from an abjuration spell?
Nope, that is exactly what it is.
Okay, so it is what I perceived before.
Absolutely.
Alright, cool. Cool.
Well, we should likely
Well,
start at
are
the
we ready
Abbey.
to... I would agree. There's lots to
Correct.
explore there.
It's like 5 rooms.
There's some stuff to explore there.
Who are you all?
Ah, yes, of course.
Well, I mean, most of us burned to the ground.
We're very
So-
bad at introductions.
I am Akir.
And that's it.
Just Akir.
I'm Torkel. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm Jen. It's hard to get on my bad side, but those guys, man, they're on my bad side.
That was a different side of you, Torkel.
A
I did
strange
quite enjoy it.
introduction, but okay.
So that means Torkel was bad cop.
In that scenario,
I was
yeah.
feeling real bad cop that
I mean,
interaction,
I'm
not
pretty
gonna
sure
lie.
Yeah,
Atreus and
that
Torkel were both
be-
just like, let's murder them. And Akira was like, guys,
Murder!
whoa,
And
whoa.
Mina and
whoa.
were just like, I'm past my murder vibe lately. We've cleansed it with sage.
Let's be honest, they weren't very convincing about the "we weren't actually going to murder you" thing, and so
Sure,
you
but
know,
like, if in theory this is their home and suddenly mercenaries show up with weapons at their doorstep, like, you know, there could be some gray area there. So Akira can work with that. For now.
Anyway,
I suppose.
I'm Mina Barakian. This empty screen right here is my husband Atreus Barakian. He's the Sword of Eusidium, and we're charged to clear the undead, and there's plenty here.
He's a sword.
It's more of a title.
As his
He's
title.
also got a very cool sword.
Title. He has one, a very shiny one.
You
I
should
was
see
not allowed
the
to
sword.
play with, but that's okay.
Cool.
It's
Cool.
fine.
All right.
Atreus would like to clarify that there is no gray area.
Trace is going full murder hobo when we see these guys again.
Correct. He's off polishing that sword.
Can Atreus let Dex know that these guys are coming so they're not totally caught off guard?
I think we're too
No,
far
out of
away.
range, okay.
Dex is on the Sea Ghost, which is out to
In the
sea.
He could use sending,
The
though.
rowboat, he could. Yeah.
We'll,
True.
Oh my
we'll
God,
talk about
Amelia.
that.
I'm not seeing any of this. I'm very
Amelia.
concerned.
Come on.
dirty jokes. in the
Save it for the
chat.
Discord. Also, if you would like to view the stuff in the Discord, you can go to our Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/rolls of redemption, $3 a month. You get to see all of the shenanigans behind the scenes and a lot of between
many
stream
shenanigans.
activity. So it's a lot of fun.
Atreus
There is
says,
some fade to black. So.
And eventually that will be in the book.
Heavily
too.
implied.
Like the actual not fade to black version.
we write it. We just spare you all, and then
Thank you.
if there's any conversations that are important, we'll recap
Amelia
it.
has informed us that Atreus does cast sending to send a message, I'm assuming, to Dex. But what does it say?
Yo, what does it say? Give the moment for the delay.
But we could start
But,
walking
yeah.
to the Abbey now. We don't have to wait.
Yeah,
So
you're
we
good.
should find the Abbey and then
Um,
also try and theorize where this mist is coming from.
Listen, his little Bluetooth.
Yep. So it is 8:55. Do we want to do a quick bio break
Sounds
Yeah.
like a plan to
and
me.
try and stay ahead of schedule?
Yeah.
All right. During our break,
Right.
it'll be 5 minutes. There will be a countdown, so you'll know how long it is, and enjoy these tunes by Arcane Anthem.
Use the break
Use
to join
the
the
break
Ko-Fi.
to join the Ko-Fi, and if you do, we will scream your username when we come back. See ya.
Unless the baby is asleep,
Wow.
then I will
We
not be
will-
screaming.
Some of us will scream loudly, others will be silent.
Both of us.
We are
So what
back.
snacks did you get?
Still
It's an
chewing. I'm
important
sorry.
starting question.
What snacks did you get?
Pickled carrots.
Got Tostino scoops and salsa.
I got more whiskey and
Pickle.
Coke.
I got water.
More what?
Cheese it.
I also have wine, because I'm no longer pregnant.
Ayo!
Bit of honey.
Oh, I have a margarita.
Oh, nice. Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
For anyone
I'm on board with
interested,
Nathan.
we're gonna try the cat.
Aww.
Wait,
We're
Dr.
just gonna have
are
to have it. We're gonna have to have it.
Eventually
You
going
can't
to get
see
too
her, but
grumpy
there
with
is a
each other
dog
and
right
leave.
there.
We're just gonna have dedicated
Finally
animal
quiet,
cams.
baby.
Finally quiet babies.
To
Oh,
start
yeah.
a rotation of cams for animals.
Nice, nice.
All right, where were we?
Welcome to having a druid in the party.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna mute for cringing.
Technically, Kai is not part of the party yet.
Oh yeah. All right. Part of the stream. How's that?
Sorry.
Mina
I feel
hasn't
like
adopted
Kai
you
is-
yet.
I mean, so far,
On the
Akira's
verge.
feeling pretty good about Kai. You know, druid and all, just kind of feels
We
right for
all
a ranger.
know that you're only allowed to stay with the party once Mina adopts you. We all know that.
And the best way to have Mina adopt you is to murder hobo a bunch of undead.
Booze. I was gonna say booze.
Oh, booze too.
Murder hobo a bunch of undead with booze.
I feel like my suggestion that you trick Sking Pirate Whiskey is going to come back and bite Kai's ass.
Oh my god. I still have that.
Mm-hmm.
For now.
Murder booze.
Yes, murder booze. Not
Akira-
like the murder boobs that we fought last
Thank
time.
Woo!
Thank you.
Boobs.
All right. Focus. Where are we
We are
going?
on our way to the Abbey.
Montage. Small talk. Everyone gets to tell their favorite story about a monster they fought in 10 seconds or less.
Akira's going to spend this time asking Kai, how much did you get offered?
What's it to you?
Just curious if we're really on the same mission or not.
Akira, who's now doing this job for free.
Correct.
What do you mean for free?
We didn't take this job.
We didn't actually
I mean,
take
we
this
kind of
job.
like, we were aware of the job. We could still
No.
fulfill the task and all that.
I mean, I could probably convince Ingo if we complete this to give us money too. We buds.
I
I'm
kind
charming
of
as
got in
hell.
trouble about the money thing.
Yeah, no.
So
It's the Bank of Mina
Um,
now. All of your money's in my account.
yeah, I really have to just ask my wife for funds
Yeah.
because I sort of got a little bit in trouble for having money.
And bling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got in trouble for having I got in trouble for dressing like an adventurer. My really cool cape. Yeah, no, I'm in trouble for that now.
Trouble for everything. It's all bullshit.
Well, I
Not in
was
trouble for being
offered.
married.
I was offered 500 gold.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
Is that a decent
mean-
amount? I don't know.
Good
We
luck,
got-
because I literally made up a
Okay, because
number.
we
Because I don't know what I was offered.
Solid.
Then roll a deception check.
I got a 13.
Kai's apparently not paying close attention to the funds either.
Akira totally believes you, but he's very confused by your answer because we got offered 2,000 for the same job, and so he's just like, "Why would you take this? That's weird." Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got offered $2,000 for this job? 2,000 gold for this?
That's the standing praise.
You also have to
That
pay your
feels relevant.
perks.
That feels relevant. Cool.
Death,
That's nice.
likelihood of death to,
Skull chance of
paid for this?
success.
What are we waiting for?
I'm gone.
Oh yeah, Torkel.
I don't
Torkel
know how
just,
money works in
Torkel
this
just showed
world
up on
yet.
this island, and he has no idea there was even a job. He's like, "What are you guys talking about? There's like a mission here. I thought we were just going to close a portal."
Torkel's just happy to be here.
Absolutely.
I love Torkel.
I don't think
I'm
Torkel
sorry.
can be the bad cop. We're gonna have to figure out this whole intimidation thing.
I
killed
can't
him.
be
Like, are you
intimidated.
sure?
I have that good old +0, so I can't be intimidating to anybody.
You are too pretty to be intimidating.
I look really intimidating until I open my mouth. That's the thing. Like, and then he starts talking. It's like,
But
oh,
even
he's...
then, they're like, I'm a little scared, but it's kind of hot.
yeah.
No, that's just Mina.
Damn it.
Not.
No, there's a whole
Remember
fan
those-
base for that.
Remember what Gina said?
This is like a 13-year-old girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my
Right.
target audience.
That nope, nope.
That is so problematic.
Move it. Move it.
So
Moving
we're on our
right
way to the
along.
Abbey, huh?
Right along.
Next.
Yes. After about an hour, I am just, I'm so like happy, sad that we are finally like back on book because now I don't have to come up with any of the descriptions. I've got it all right here. It's been almost 3 months since I used anything out of Saltmarsh, so this is exciting.
And I will re-describe everything later.
Exactly. So all that remains of the Abbey is a great square of stones filled with burned and blackened rubble. As you approach these sooty stones, it is obvious someone has been sorting through the debris. Assorted oddments are piled inside the scorched square of the foundation stones. Ruined cooking utensils, crushed pots and pans, not pants, mangled kettles, and a few less identifiable metal objects lie in one pile. Broken crockery, platters, plates, porcelain, and other, pottery are heaped in another. I didn't write this. It's not entirely my fault. A great deal of wood has been sorted into one large mound of badly burned scraps. In the center of the ruins is an opening. And as you move nearer, you see it is around a stone staircase leading down into darkness.
These piles are not new since I've been there, correct?
Nope, this is exactly the description you got.
Just sounds different when it's read instead of text.
Yeah. You see Francis just kind of break off from the group and go sit and start sorting through some of the metal objects.
Is he on the level? Do we trust this Francis?
Francis was like the first person I met here, and I trust him more than anyone else.
Can Akir
He seems to be a decent
Akir wants to
person.
investigate the rubble to see if he can figure out how long ago this attack happened.
Roll an investigation check.
I am going to do what I normally do in places like this. I'm going to go to the dark staircase, and I'm going to look in with the oldie eyes of the grave. So,
I got a 7 with
that
my
off.
investigation.
It looks like just about everything here has been trashed, so there's really no good guess as to whether it was it's not currently smoking, so it's more than a week, probably less than 3 months. If you had come right away when you got the summons, it probably was in the same general disarray.
I'm trying to remember now
Everyone drink some.
what the details of our summons was, and how long ago that was, because that was before the lizard folk, right?
Mm-mm.
That was after
After
lizard
lizard
folk.
folk.
Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool.
Oh.
So it's more recent. That's good.
So-
William Wallop has redeemed stretch. Everyone stretch. After you hydrate, of course.
stretching.
I actually need that because
Better.
my back hurts. So.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Oh,
a good one.
and
Thank you, Dex.
hydrate with the alcohols.
Yeah, hydrate with your beer. That's it.
Alcohol counts as hydration, right?
The ASMR ice tinking.
I like the
Okay.
ASMR of Robert's chair.
Is there an opposite of ASMR? Because I'm pretty sure it falls in that category.
Welcome to your ASMR
It's just a
stress
very
experience.
weird ASMR niche.
It's just chalkboards
Today
and
I want
squeaky
you to
chairs.
feel unrelaxed,
Unsettled.
unsettled, unrelaxed.
Oh, so it's that like exposure therapy stuff.
Yeah,
Moist. Moist.
pebbles.
And we're back
Okay,
from
now I'm
our
lost.
train of thought that derailed real bad. All right, what else?
Man, this
I'm
is going to
still
be a
investigating.
weird episode to get through.
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna investigate with my +0. Ooh, that was a 16. That's good.
Nice.
It's so much better than me.
Yeah, there is nothing of value here. It's literally just whatever they scrap together that's worthwhile. Not really for selling, but functional. And then it looks like the pile of wood is just their fuel for fires. And that's about it. It's really kind of sad. Atreus opens his senses to the undead around, and other than the fact that this place is indeed desecrated, nothing here seems to be undead. There is from the top of the steps, you can see that down about 20 feet into the darkness, there is a closed door.
Well, Kai, having already been here already, is just steamrolling ahead down the stairs.
I like them.
Have you gone
Easier when
down
somebody
there?
else already did it.
It's just an encouraging sign.
Have you gone down there already?
Yeah. They trapped me down there.
So fun.
That's where they
Right.
definitely didn't almost think about killing me.
Trace has some PTSD with getting trapped in cellars.
I'm really, really good at that. Yeah. And almost dying down there several times.
So, Kai, do you want us to come down with you? Or do you want us to watch Francis? We're getting paid for all of this either way, right?
Oh, yeah. The payment is still happening.
Sorry.
You are aware it's only $500, correct? 500 gold pieces, correct?
Each?
No, total.
This is awkward.
So,
I
like,
hate talking about finances.
100 gold for each of us. 100 gold
Correct.
for you. All right. I think I think we did our part. We'll keep watch out here. We'll come let you know if there's
All right,
anything
very good.
coming at you.
Insight on whether they actually plan to stay here.
Roll it.
Akira's now getting concerned that they're just gonna ditch, and that's a 9.
They generally want their money, and by all means, will probably stay here because it means they get paid.
Cool. All right, Francis is being watched. Lead the way.
100 gold is better than no gold.
Yeah, and they're just too wimpy to actually want to fight anything.
Hey, they wrecked faces. Well, face
A face.
structures.
Skulls. They wrecked skulls.
They wrecked skulls and jawbones, and oh yeah.
So there was definitely something weird about this place down here. Lots of magic going on.
It's fun.
Lots of doors. Lots of people within lots of doors.
Well, I'm sorry, what now?
I was down here before. There was lots
Yeah.
of magic going on.
There
There were
were
lots of people behind
people?
lots of doors.
All the people who
Oh
left.
yeah, every person who I saw down here left. That does not mean that those were all the people who were down here.
So many people.
Yeah, I was
Unsettling.
not expecting that.
No. Don't like that.
But the
necessarily.
amount of magic in this space was more than I was anticipating. And also, they use undead to guard treasure. So I would imagine there's treasure here.
And more undead.
They likely use undead
So
to
we
guard
yell
portals.
for. So do we yell for anyone who's alive down here and doesn't want to be killed to identify themselves?
How gracious.
Works for
And
me.
just assume anything that moves otherwise is
Unfriendly. I think we can assume that anyone who's down here, whether they are living or dead or undead, wants to protect the mists that keep things undead, which come from these portals.
seems like a reasonable assumption.
So I think we can safely assume, not to get too crazy, that everyone down there is probably an enemy. So please absolve me of any guilt that I have about killing people who are not undead.
He's so cute.
Let's not assume they are enemies, but it is fair to
I-
assume they are not our friends.
We will aim weapons
Which is an enemy.
in their direction and allow them a chance to explain themselves. Or just,
Incapacitation. Always
I'm
the
re-
best option.
I'm really good at punching things. Really good at it.
Thank you, Kai.
good at biting
Someone who
things.
actually has sense.
Hey.
And I have a mace.
All right.
Kai opens the door.
Yes.
Andreas rushes in.
All right. Atreus slams right into a makeshift table made
Fuck.
of burned planks. This is really the only furniture in here. The whole room smells of greasy, soured food. This table
Why?
is just a couple of boards supported at each end by flipped over barrels. Beneath the table are several small kegs that are currently serving as chairs to no one. And there are definitely some scraps of food that have been strewn across the table, across the floor. It's as if somebody was probably here eating, and then something interrupted them, and they left hastily.
Anybody else getting Alchemist House flashbacks?
Seems familiar.
Yeah, really good.
That was fun. Oh yeah, Torkel, you weren't there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We almost
You know what?
died.
Next drunken narcoleptic rant, though, you let me know.
I'll tell you about the
Drunken narco.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Akira's
cool.
going to say, perhaps we should have brought Francis down here as our guide.
Bait.
Bait.
Me. They've been married too long.
Chaotic
Great
neutral?
girl.
Neutral good.
lawful neutral, but
I wasn't advocating for it. I just assumed that's what you meant.
don't yeah. I just was trying to pick up what you were putting down.
That's
Yeah,
helping
no,
finish the sentence.
All right, looking around, doing an investigation.
I'm going to drop an image
Okay.
that
Cool.
includes a whole bunch of things and people that are no longer here, but it gives you the run of the room. So you can see that this square is the table. The M are all the mercenaries that are up top. F is Francis, also not in this room. K is indeed Kai, and then T and Y are just gone, and then the rest of you are here. So you're in this fairly large underground room with 6 doors. 8 doors. I can count. It's a Monday evening. All the doors are currently closed.
Which door did we come out of?
Down
you
the
came out of the
staircase.
staircase.
Ah, okay, there it is. Yep. I can see.
I'm moving my mouse on the map as if you could see it. Like,
Kai, you said that there were people behind these doors?
They were moving. Oh my goodness, Nora, move the chin. Sorry. There's a lot of cats in this house. Yes, the people were moving in and out of the doors for my entire time here until they sort of all closed them around me.
Okay.
All of the doors do open and close.
That's a delightful experience.
I can't wait for you guys to read it.
Top 10, really.
All right. So I think we should start
Opening doors.
opening doors. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's first?
Akira's gonna move down to the south of the room, the furthest point from all the doors, and pull his bow out. Akira's like, I trust nothing about this situation.
Peter, do you have inspiration?
I don't think
That
so,
is
but now I
the
do.
most Akira thing.
Akira's like,
Could've been done
nope,
right
I'm ready,
there.
let's go.
Do we have someone who can like mage hand open the door while like Mina and Torkel or something just like stand to the side and Akira's like staring them straight down the middle?
Nope. I can just go do that immediately with my big fucking bright sword.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Atreus then will do that, and I will
That's a choice.
be right next to you.
Great.
So what I'm seeing
Alright.
is I'm seeing Atreus opening a door towards him, Mina on the opening side with her
Mhm.
shield ready, and then Akira kind of like ready to stare down whatever's down the doorway.
Mm.
And Torkel's like probably to the opposite side of the doorway that Mina's at.
You can tell we've done
Just
this
hiding.
before.
What is Kai doing as they watch these professional adventurers stack up on one of these doors?
Kai is assessing the adventurers,
Wise.
trying to figure out who takes what role, how they work, who they are.
Guessing their alignments.
Kai has names. Yeah, Kai has names. Kai is generally familiar with like the adventurers, like your notoriety is out and about.
Everybody knows this.
But it's different to see you in action. So Kai's just standing back at the moment.
Wait, does Kai actually know me? My name's going around fast.
Well,
No, you're new.
Well,
Sorry,
and like the
Torkel.
people of
Oh,
Saltmarsh
okay.
would know of the adventurers as a party of 4, and if they don't know the specifics of the party of 4,
I
I think
had to
Mina the
ask,
Golden
you know.
Dragon's probably the most famous one.
You know.
Yeah.
Where it gets around.
Dragons are
Everyone
more
knows the-
notable.
All right. So Amelia, pick a door.
I'm gonna go with that door. That's
Give me a face on the clock.
okay. So the one that's the dyslexia. That's the if the stairs are midnight, then
Yep.
1 o'clock. Yeah.
All right, the one right there. Great.
The one that's to the right. Don't tell me to
All right.
choose a direction when you know that I can't left and right.
Okay. Akir, make me an insight check.
Is this because of my passive perception?
Uh-huh.
Oh God.
19.
19. As the door swings open, you see a Medusa staring at Atreus.
Fuck.
And you realize it is a statue.
I realize it's a statue of a Medusa.
It is a statue of a Medusa.
Do I know anything about that?
It's a statue. You know what a Medusa is. Just be happy you rolled so high, or you wouldn't have realized it was a statue.
Akira yells out, "Statue not real."
Thank you. I, the very realistic stonework gave it away.
I don't know if you would have seen that right away. He's bluffing.
Yes.
I knew it was a statue.
Atreus scoffs as his eyes are immediately pulled from the Medusa to the robed skeleton holding a large scythe.
Now that fuck
Is also a statue.
that also.
This
the
room contains small statues and figurines. There are statues of dogs and horses, monks and pilgrims, footmen and knights on horseback, and several garden gnomes.
This is all seeming very suspicious, if you ask me.
Yeah.
All of the statues are between about 1 and 3 feet tall, except for the two standing against the northern wall that are life-size statues. One is a robed skeleton holding a large scythe, and the other is a Medusa. On the floor in front of these statues is a pallet of several blankets.
I don't trust that at all.
Nope.
Hey, Akira, how do you feel about fire?
I don't
Well,
have the fire.
okay, so hold this thought. Shatter technically has advantage on stone-like things. Like, super effective. Do you just want to just shatter this room and see what happens?
Oh, this is really funny. It's Mike's yard with all his little garden gnomes. Mike is here.
Hey, Mike, we've invaded your yard.
What's you doing here? Very sus.
Sorry that you made all these gorgeous little houses for the gnomes, but they're going to be exploded now.
Destroyed.
Atreus, what is your passive perception?
That's an excellent question. What is my passive perception? 18.
Oh crap, I gave you proficiency with that now.
Ha.
As you scour the room and Torkel steps over to blast it away, you realize that the floor by the statue of the Medusa shows evidence of wear. Like some sort of movement and scuffing.
Marks?
Yes.
Okay. Can I investigate that further?
How would you like to investigate it further?
I would like to. I'd like to actually press on the floor. What's the floor made of? Is it made of wood or stone or
A stone.
dirt?
Everything here is stone,
Stone.
or it would have burned down.
Right. Okay. So I'd actually like to press on the stone.
Are you spider walking?
I'm gonna do it gently with Shatter Spike because
Nothing happens. It is stone.
it's not like a
If
trapdoor
they're
or
scuffed,
anything.
then they might have moved it to cover something.
Yes, but I don't want to touch the statue because it gives me the creeps. So, can I nudge the statue away?
It's in the corner of the room, so you kind of want to take Shatter Spike and pry it.
Yes.
Make an athletics check.
Can I help?
Make an athletics check at advantage.
There you go.
Great. Athletics
Torkel
at
just
advantage.
paused, holding his
Because
mace in the
I
air,
could
I'm ready. I'm
trident
ready.
bend.
$17.
It's a 700-pound statue.
Wonderful.
You're able to kind of chip it and break it a little with Shatter Spike, but you get it maybe 3 inches over.
Okay, so there's not a trap door here, obviously, because this is a fucking 700-pound statue. And if I can't move it, that means nobody can. Mina, don't try.
I mean, you're assuming there's no way that they reanimate it.
Yeah, you're right. I am assuming that. I am hoping that, actually.
We would like to not see it animated.
I would like that to not happen, please.
Okay.
On to the next room?
Was there like anything other than statues, like something that I can poke through and look for a portal in here? I don't know what I'm looking for.
There's not even mist in here.
Yeah.
We'll leave Mike's collection alone for now.
All right.
So we're not wrecking it.
Sorry, Mike. No.
We won't break it yet.
Okay, but
We'll
you're
come.
I'm coming back for you, baby.
yeah.
I'm coming back for you.
It is on the way out, so if you have an extra shatter at the end, you might as well just pop a bunch of gnome heads.
Aw.
You never know what happens. You never know what's gonna happen.
Mike will stop following us if we do that.
I know. Mike's gonna
I
say-
see that as a t-shirt slogan. You might as well just pop a bunch of gnome heads.
If at first you don't succeed, pop a bunch of gnome heads.
Take a gnome for life.
If we
That's
make
gonna
that
be a
shirt,
gnome for me.
We haven't had a stream with Amelia drinking on it yet, and this is it.
Welcome to.
I'm gonna get some wine. Carry on to the next room.
Oh my god. Okay.
Would you like to just proceed in clockwise order?
Yes.
Yes, kind of
like
no,
logical.
you know,
Normal-
Thank you.
yeah.
Normal, logical people?
You don't want to Scooby do this and just zigzag? No, that's fine.
No,
We'll-
Kai likes order.
Okay, that's fine. Actually,
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
I don't
On
think
to
Kai is
number
in
10.
charge around here.
Yeah,
I
but
think
Kai's
Kai
the
is
one-
now in charge.
But
Oh,
Kai is
man.
the one. Kai's the one who's furthest out into the room, so Kai gets to pick the next door.
That's true. That's true.
back bitches.
So Kai is going to go up to the next door and attempt to open it.
As Kai pushes it open, several large bookcases lean against the walls of this
Atreus.
cold room.
Sorry.
That's why I said,
Sorry.
oh no. My oh no was having nothing to do with Kai, having everything to do with I saw
My
bookcases went no. So there are several large bookcases leaning against the cold walls of this room. There's a high chair and a scribe's desk sitting to the right of the door. The bookcases are absolutely loaded with books and scrolls. 4 bedrolls are stacked neatly in the corner.
Yeah, you guys can just check out the other rooms. I will investigate
all
this
day.
one heavily.
Let's ensure we've
Yeah.
dealt with the problem
I'm-
before we start reading.
You know, this may have the solution to our problem. You don't know. We could just
Great.
read about it.
Give
How
me an
fast can you
investigation
read?
check.
I'm gonna take a quick
I'm
look
also going to
around.
investigate.
Akira just looks exasperated at the sight of more books.
No!
6.
No!
Atreus was just too excited about more books.
It's too excited, and he
11.
and Mina are probably just like, no more books. Stop it. You have enough. Enough.
Just
have
have
to
another
read-
one.
You have to read them before you can take more out. I know this is a conversation that Rob and Amelia actually have. No more books in my bag until you read all of them.
But what about?
I'm not gonna use any more books. I'm not holding any more of these.
That is a good book.
It's Janine's.
It is my book. I'm buying no more books until you finish reading the ones you have.
Okay.
Rolling over this room very quickly, trying to appease Akir, you figure out that most of these books and scrolls are just bookkeeping documents.
Oh, very
Um,
boring. Nope.
It's very boring. Kai discovers
spice.
one in a sky blue leather that is trimmed with copper.
Ooh.
Is it a fancy bookkeeping book?
What's in it?
Interesting book.
Kai, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Cursed book! Cursed book!
This is why you don't touch all the books.
I want to touch every book.
You want to touch everything. Some of you like the things.
That's not
I do
good.
like the things.
What was it?
That's a 6.
Kai, as you open this book, some of the pages begin to wither and fall into dust in front of you. And you just see, if you remember the symbol that kind of looked, that was golden on his amulet, you see the dust rise up as black smoke toward your face and just kind of pass beyond you.
Oh dear.
Do I feel affected by it?
Not particularly, just in the maybe cursed now, or
Did any of us see anything happen?
no big deal. All of you saw the pages crumble, but you did not see anything further.
Your book's falling apart.
I don't want to be cursed.
Let's continue exploring before we continue destroying books.
You don't want to see if there's any more of those books in here?
I do.
No.
No, we just had an argument about books, so we're good.
Akira is the voice of reason when it comes to ancient books that
Is-
fall apart and pirate whiskey.
I'm coming back for you.
Is there
Torkel's definitely
there
conflicted
anything-
right now.
is there
What would
is there
Torkel
anything-
like to do? Let's explore this a little more.
How are you feeling, Turk?
Torkel's not like reading like. Torkel's looking like, is there an interesting novel or a story in there? Like, those are the types of books that Torkel would be looking for. It wouldn't be like history books or like religious books. Like, he's looking for a good story to tell.
None of this really looks like that. You kind of see a couple more books tucked away here and there that have that a very similar light blue leather on them.
Okay, I'm bored. Let's move on.
Oh, fine.
Meanwhile,
Then.
Akira's just like
in the
Akira's
book?
just watching all of the other doors to make sure no one is attacking the party while they're all trying to read books.
That's fair. We get very
I
easily
heard somebody asking a question. What was the question?
What was like? Is there anything left on the pages in my leather-bound book?
There's quite a few things. There are some drawings. And as you kind of peruse it, you start to get this chill going down the back of your neck as you are reading about some very, very evil rites and ceremonies.
Related to this religion?
Specifically, the creation of the undead, but yes.
I'm taking this book with me.
Can I like look at it sometime?
If you want to be cursed, sure.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I mean, my existence is fairly cursed, but you know, like
better now.
it's better now.
Excuse me.
No, it's great now. I'm not underestimating that. I'm just saying, like, I'm not a stranger to curses.
All right.
Are we going to the next room?
Get on.
Reluctantly.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm coming.
Sorry. My map is being weird. Room number 3. You walk into the kitchen. There's a large cauldron filled with smoldering charcoal that burns in the center of the room. Assorted cookware, some seasoning resting on the floor and on the shelves. There is an ornate scroll tube up on a shelf. The room is fairly clean, but the air is pretty gross and greasy. A large tub of dirty water stands in the corner, surrounded by dirty dishes.
So what I'm
Don't.
hearing is no booze.
Yeah, don't go licking things. We've had this problem before with Atreus, and we don't.
I don't know how you consume booze, but I don't just go lick random things.
I didn't lick random things. I tried random water.
Sanding liquids.
Well, let's try to stay on task to find this portal.
That's what I'm doing.
What about this scroll here? That looks fancy.
Are you touching the scroll case?
See.
Can I poke it instead?
It rolls a little on the shelf.
Weapon?
Can I? What did I do last time with poison tooth, thousand tooth, whatever? Big tooth, shark tooth,
Thousand tooth to devour.
shark
Shark
tooth.
tooth, ooh-ha-ha.
Ooh-ha-ha.
Got there.
I think I had taken off my shirt and like wrapped it up and grabbed it. I'm not taking off my shirt now.
Why not?
Because now I have a cloak, okay? And
Oh,
there are
no.
like way more people looking, and
Grumble.
and if you remember, Atreus is actually a prude. So he's a big virgin for 100
Just in
years.
public.
Just in public. So I'm gonna wrap my hand in my cloak and grab this thing
As
so I can examine it.
as you examine it, you kind of shake it a little just to get a peek, and there are a bunch of scrolls inside.
You like shit.
There's a recipe
to
for flatbread. There's a recipe for fish stew, a recipe for seagull loaf.
Ah,
Stunning.
that sounds ooh stunning. I was gonna say the same thing.
Recipes?
With prosecco in it. Ooh, stunning.
Recipes?
Yeah, recipes.
Recipe.
Do you mind?
Do you cook?
Quite a bit.
Oh, great.
My first job was as a chef at a tavern.
I
Really?
love that.
That's awesome. Do you make seagull loaf?
I mean, I haven't, but I mean, I'll try and cook anything once.
I wouldn't attempt that, but I would gladly give you the recipes.
You don't eat food, honey, but it's
I-
okay.
I
don't
would
eat
gladly
food.
eat something other than what we
You
have been
don't
eating.
eat?
Don't worry.
You don't eat?
I eat.
Food.
Oh, you hunt the undead, but you don't eat? You are the
Food.
undead.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
Technically,
this is a
he's
specific
only
on
half
that.
very-
undead.
and Kai brings out the hand axe.
Oh my god. this
Whoa,
is
Whoa,
whoa,
there,
whoa,
Nelly!
whoa.
I'm gonna
It's-
catch that before you swing that
Okay.
at my husband.
Okay. Yeah. I'm as someone who is very recently. Catherine, please mute.
Oh, sorry.
As someone who is very recently introduced to Atreus eating, you do not want to continue down this path.
Forget it.
Trust me.
Between me and
Okay,
Atreus.
you're making it sound way worse than it is.
Again, new here, but
I am not undead. I have a soul. I'm a dampier. I'm not a vampire. I'm a dampier. And I have a soul, and I don't ever drink blood without permission.
What does Kai know about dampiers?
I'm gonna die.
You're stuck on the
right
word
now.
ever.
You would never die.
Okay,
Mina's
yeah,
standing next
not
to you.
ever.
Make some sort of arcana or nature or history. You could generally pick any of those
Kai
intelligence-based
swings
skills.
At Atreus, Mina's knocking Kai on their ass.
I mean, thankfully I got a
Nice,
23,
nice.
so I think we're probably okay.
You've met a Dampier. You met one. You probably maybe you worked with one back in the tavern. They're
Okay.
very they're very unique, but they're definitely mostly alive. So they're not dead or undead.
You want to put that axe down, Kai?
Yeah, and Kai like sheathes it and says, "Okay, misunderstanding. My apologies.
No,
Sorry.
It's
Little
fine.
trigger happy.
No,
Little trigger happy."
It's
Little
a common.
triggered here, but it's fine.
It's a common misunderstanding.
Akira just kind of like looks at his
Do you want
boots a
the?
little
Do you still want the
bashfully.
recipes?
I would absolutely love the recipes. I'm also
Okay.
gonna steal all these spices that are here, and definitely
Okay.
didn't hear what Akir just said.
Kai better make something pretty fucking delicious if Kai wants to get back on Mina's good side.
I said Akira just kind of like
I'm
looks at
just
his
saying.
own boots, and he's just kind of like, I've never done that.
Yeah. Common
Um,
misunderstanding.
Don't worry. Kai definitely has a plan related to cooking that may or may not be a long play.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm very excited.
Me
now
too.
watching you.
So was there anything else in this room of now sudden awkwardness, or did we want to move on?
Okay.
All right.
Nina's watching.
Nina's watching. So back to the top of the order. Start with 8. Going back to the top next to the stairs and moving counterclockwise. This room has been cleared out of all debris and is currently being, recently been scrubbed clean. 3 walls are heavily curtained with draperies of thick black velvet. The east wall is decorated with a horrible mural depicting a red dragon devouring sheep. Near the west wall is a stone table, which has a large iron brazier that is, unfortunately, was left burning. The table has been scrubbed and scoured, but it still has many odd discolorations and scorch marks. A half-melted statue and 2 badly damaged candlesticks sit beside the brazier.
Yeah, somebody died here. Many people died here. That's my guess.
Akira hasn't been going into these rooms because he's kind of like staying on guard in the main room, but he's just gonna call in. What do you mean people have died here?
Tell me that's not a sacrificial altar. Tell me they're not making undead here.
I'm sorry, what
I
now?
think their leader did admit to making undead.
I also think that he eventually got himself around to that. Yes.
I think we should have killed him.
We may come to that, but inherently making undead is not. Well, never mind. We've been
How
over
do you wanna
this.
finish that sentence?
Do you wanna? Yeah. Do you wanna go back down this again? Let's not.
He was not undead, therefore he was not killed immediately.
There are other ways to prevent him from making undead.
Could make him dead. That would solve everything. But we didn't, so that's
What
fine.
is Kai doing in here? I just saw an investigation check roll.
So Kai's investigating the mural to see if
Mhm.
there's any indication of a connection between that and what happened in the room.
The mural does not necessarily seem to match it, other than just, the red dragons are known for being evil and for fire. The fact that it's devouring sheep probably means that many of the sacrifices were made possibly even willingly. You could kind of make that connection. One thing that does kind of draw your attention as you're looking around and have moved fully into the room, there are some abrasions on the stone floor in the southwest corner where the curtain kind of meets up with the mural.
I'm going to then take my... What do I have? I guess I will take my... We'll go with rapier, because that's long and thin. And I'm gonna draw the curtain aside just a little bit right there.
In doing so, you find a hidden door.
Ooh.
And that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Fair.
Aww,
You have to
Fair,
get up
fair.
in the morning.
Well,
Right.
Technically, it's Nate.
that's true.
Technically,
I
it's
mean,
both of us.
I'm
Oh,
there
that's right.
too.
You are.
Do you just want? Do you want to?
I'm
Do you just
technically
want to
his
open the door really
minority
quickly?
inspector. Can I open the door really quickly?
Do we want Kai to take the lead into wherever we're going?
I'm not sure we
Hey.
have a choice at this point.
I'm okay seeing what Kai's got. I
Kai
usually
has the
have to go
spices and the
first, so-
recipes, so I'm trusting them.
I don't trust Kai right now, so Kai's welcome to go first.
Kai, one thing you would remember now that you've kind of pieced all of the things together is you remember from your history book that there is a secret kept here, and it was called the Winding Way. This is most likely the entrance to the Winding Way.
Okay. And the Winding Way, if I recall, is the treasure, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can I open the door?
You have the lead.
The door opens. It's not easy either. You have to really give some pressure into this stone door until it swings open. A blast of very stale air and silvery mist begins to pour out, but it doesn't get much closer than the edge of the door, as if something is kind of holding it at bay. It could be the altar, it could be the air. You're not quite sure what keeps the mist in place, but looking forward and into the room below you, there is nothing but mist in the short tunnel that slowly widens into an unfurnished and undecorated 30-foot square chamber. Standing next
see
to
anything?
one another in the center of the room are two enormous skeletal guards. Their heads feature prominent horns. Each one is wielding a massive rusted axe. They are a full torso and shoulders and head taller than you. On the eastern wall, there are 5 corpse-like figures that stand shoulder to shoulder, guarding that door. And their faces have all been painted to disguise whatever their former selves were.
All right. I look behind me and I say, I found your undead.
Looks like they're hosting the
Akira
party.
knew it. It was under the island somewhere.
We had our suspicions.
Very
is-
suspicious.
Quick, because I'm like this. Does their faces like resemble anything that we've seen before?
They
That they're the painting on the faces
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
They don't. It just
Okay.
seems to be some weird ritualistic thing. If you had kept on digging through the books and gotten a couple more curses, you probably would have found what went on for these particular people. But
Oh
I
well.
think one cursed person is enough.
I'll
Especially since we don't know how you're
retroactively
cursed.
Yeah.
Technically, you don't know that I am
Correct.
cursed.
Exactly.
Technically, you don't know that you're cursed.
True. I'm just confused.
Who knows anything these days? Not me.
Dusty books. Oh my word.
All right, awesome. That sounds so fun. I'm assuming that this is going to be text-based combat in the Discord, and to be part of that, to see what happens, you're going to want to see that little link down there at the bottom. Support us at Ko-Fi, Coffee, whatever you want to call it, .com/Rules of Redemption. It's $3 a month. And you get to see all of our shenanigans. And there are a lot of shenanigans throughout the entire week. We don't stop at the shenanigans. If you don't do that, we'll have to recap you at the beginning of the next stream. And that's only what we can remember. And our memories kind of... So, you'll want to be in the Discord.
Wow, we are really honest tonight. We're not normally
honest.
this honest, but Janine is really just hitting it out of the park. Like,
It was beautiful riffing.
Am I
out of you
wrong?
guys.
was.
Am I wrong? This is a reason to be in the Discord.
We
But
are-
another thing is, if you join
We
as a
are-
Ko-Fi subscriber, we will give you a shout out during the stream, whether you do it during the stream or not. But if you did it during the stream, it
Screaming
would derail the whole
Wonsu.
thing, and we would completely lose track of whatever we were doing.
If you want to do it right now, the next couple of minutes, it'll be great.
do it, please.
Yes.
A little more enticement. So each of the players has their own individual channels where they do their own little individual things. Sometimes they jump into each other's channels, but we're not going to talk about most of that.
Fade to black.
So as Kat came on and prepared for entering the stream, Kai got to have their own little adventure in the channel. So most of it has been spoilered and blocked so that even our dear players couldn't accidentally see it. I mean, they could purposefully go and click it on and be,
Which
jerks,
now I'm
but-
going to do because I didn't want
Yeah.
to like look at the spoilers beforehand. I wanted to like
I didn't read
my method
any-
acting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
So
I never
read
read anybody's backstories. No,
so
I'm
bad
just like
because
we're learning.
yeah. So go see all the terrible things that I put Kat through as an introduction to Rules of Redemption.
Love it. I love that it's
Here's
like
what you're in
cat
for.
vibes.
Torkel
Roll initiative.
Torkel got like a nice little interview, and I got like, "Oh, welcome to combat. Let's throw a skeletal warhorse
Oh,
at you."
yeah.
That's only because
Didn't see that.
at the Torkel introduction, Robert and I were at the hospital. So
That
had
is
Robert
true.
been there, it
You
might have been
were-
He could
so
have
much
tortured
worse.
Torkel too.
bringing a baby into
Yeah.
the
That's
world.
true.
But
True.
William Wallop also
He
said
absolutely would
that
have.
sometimes you get to help the DM create chaos, and there is the NPC tavern that if you join the Ko-Fi /Discord, we don't get to see all these shenanigans, and you get decision-making power, which is really scary.
Mm-hmm. The
Terrifying.
NPC Tavern has done
I
some terrifying
gave
things
up.
to us.
Very.
I gave up my ability to make Mina turn into a dragon to join
It's
this.
true.
So
We
Give
need
me
a
some chaos.
replacement.
Yeah, so we need someone to take in that chaos spot that is now.
On second thought, never mind. Don't
So-
join the Ko-Fi. We don't need more
could be
chaos.
you.
It's fine.
It
We'll
could
make
be
do without it.
you.
Just don't even bother. Don't click that link.
But it's been a delight,
Reverse
everybody.
psychology.
All right. It's 10
Oh,
o'clock.
man.
I promised everyone that I'd head them off to bed at 10. So,
Thank you all for joining us. Enjoy these tunes by Arcane Anthems,
Bye,
and we will
everyone.
see you next week.
Rest of the week.
Bye.